Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Now we are completely in the new year 2026. So wish you a very happy new year. Let's make this year more memorable by enhancing and learning the new skills. Let's promise by ourselves that by end of this year, by 31st December 2026, we will be a different person what we are today. Now it's AI era, guys. AI is everywhere, and I am sure that you are also looking for a certain roadmap or a kind of a path so that you can enhance your skill in AI. So you need complete a roadmap or a curriculum that can help you to guide to master the AI. So you are looking for some kind of a guidance or a curriculum that can help you to understand what are the topics, what are the algorithm in AI, or what are the Python programming, how much Python programming, how much database, how much statistics we want to understand to master AI or become a data scientist or AI engineer in 2026. So if you are the person who is looking for a data scientist roadmap or data science roadmap, so this video is for you. So I have made a complete detailed roadmap for a data science in 2026. This curriculum is very vast, guys, of course. But if you want to master, these are important things and you must know this. So I will not make you to wait more. Now let me share my screen and show you the detailed curriculum with you to master AI. Perfect. So this is the curriculum which I have created, and with my experience and some of my friends' experience, I have brainstorm, and then I came to the conclusion that these are the topics is very much important if you want to master AI, you want to become a data scientist in 2026. And this is a complete 1 year curriculum, guys. So it's not like within a 6 month. If someone is promising you that within a 6 month you can become a data scientist, means that person is telling lie to you. That is not possible. Yeah, if you are a certain position, like you are already working in IT, you already have a database knowledge, you have a statistics knowledge, you have a Python skills, then maybe within a 6 month you can learn some of the machine learning, deep learning, or Gen AI, or you can become a Gen AI developer, or you can become a machine learning engineer, or let's say computer vision engineer. But to master the complete, someone is starting from the scratch, they are not in the IT or they are a student and want to start from the scratch, and they have no knowledge of database, Python coding, statistics, they need more than a year, guys. I'm not making afraid to you, but this is the truth, hardest truth. So let's go through that. What are the topics, what are the curriculum I have created? Let's see that. Okay, so I have divided the complete curriculum in phase 5 or 6. Okay, so we'll go phase by phase and we'll understand in each phase what kind of skill you are enhancing, and after the end of each phase where you will be. Okay, so under the phase 1, I have kept the basic strong foundations. Okay, in the basic foundations, what are the skills you must know? In the basic foundation, you should have a skill of database, that is SQL, relational database, non-SQL, MongoDB or Cassandra, then Python coding, statistics. These are the important topics. These are the important curriculum is required for the phase 1. So let's go one by one. So in the phase 1, the name I have mentioned over here, strong foundation, basic data handling. So in this phase 1, we will understand the data handling. Okay, and the focus area will be data extraction, analysis, understanding the data in depth. Okay, so very first we will understand the SQL. SQL is the salt of a data analytics. You will say that we are looking for a data science, not a data analyst. Guys, data science start with the data analyst. Until and unless you don't analyze your data, how will you make a models, right? How will you make a machine learning model out of that? It's something like you would have heard a lot, garbage in, garbage out. So if you are putting a garbage in your models, your model will behave or predict a garbage only, right? So it is very important to analyze the data. To analyze the data, first you need the data. So data is not somewhere stored in your cupboard, right? It is stored in the database. To fetch the data from there, you need the data fetching or manipulation skills. For that, There is a relational database, no relational database. In relational database, you need the SQL. So what are the topics you need to master in SQL? So select, where, order by, joins in that, inner join, left join, right join. These are the important joins, guys. Then group by, havings, subqueries, CT is nothing but common table expression. Then window function, row number, rank, dense rank, lead, lag. These are the important topics. And index basis. These are the important topics you need to cover in the SQL. By end of this SQL, you will be very much familiar to fetch the meaningful data from your database. Okay, then we'll move to the NoSQL database, because being a data scientist, you may also need to work on non or semi-structured data. Non-structured or semi-structured data. What is non-structured, semi-structured data? That is something audio, video, or some text or something, all kind of data which is not in the tabular form. That is a non I would say structured data, okay, or semi-structured data. So for that, NoSQL database, that is MongoDB or Cassandra. I have mentioned over here MongoDB, but Cassandra also in industry used. Okay, so in MongoDB, you need to understand what is first NoSQL, then how documents and collection are different and what these are, then how to perform a CURD operation over the NoSQL database, what is the aggregation pipeline, indexing, how to fetch the data from MongoDB, how to make a connection. So all those skills required to master when you are on the NoSQL. Okay, then we'll move forward and we'll understand the Python. Without coding, you cannot survive even a single day in the AI field, guys. Coding is very, very must. Okay, so what are the things is required in Python? So for that, you need a core plus data library. So in the core, you will understand the data types, loops, functions, list dictionary comprehension, oops basics, file handling, and some of them I have not mentioned over here, that is logging, exception handling. So those are not very much important, but it is important. Okay, and then we will move to the libraries. Without libraries, you cannot work on the data side. Okay, so NumPy, pandas, panda is for the data manipulation, NumPy is a numerical Python, that is for the array and matrices. Okay, then matplotlib, seaborn, these are for data visualization. So by end of the Python curriculum, once you complete your Python curriculum, you will be very much clear with the Python to write a code to analyze your data, visualize your data. Okay, write a production grade. I would not say at the very early stage you will be very much familiar to write a production grade, but in long go you will be very much familiar to write a production grade code as well as a data science or as an AI engineer. Now move to next topic, that is the statistics. Statistics is very much important, guys. So before training a model, you need to understand your data, like there is any null value in that, there is any kind of outlier in your data. If you want to normalize your data, if you want to find the correlation between the data, so for this, statistics is very much important. So under the statistics, we will understand mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation, probability, normal distribution, hypothesis testing, correlation, central limit theorem. So these are the important, I would not say these are the only topic you need to cover, but these are the important. You must go through this if you want to be a data scientist. Okay, after that, this is the last, I would say, topic under the your phase 1. So you will perform EDA and feature engineering. Once you master your SQL, MongoDB, Python and statistics, you are very much familiar to perform a EDA and feature engineering. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis. So explore the data, try to find, analyze your data, visualize your data, try to find what are the patterns in your data, try to find there is any missing value in the data, there is any outlier in the data, there is any, what are the correlation between the each column. So that is called EDA. In the feature engineering, you will try to fill your NA value. If there is any null value, how to replace that. If there is any outlier, how to detect that outlier and remove that outlier if important. If the data is not normalized, how to make the normalize if it is important, how to perform the scaling on the data, how to perform the feature creation. So these are called the feature engineering. So by end of your phase 1, you will be very much familiar, you will be a person who can perform the EDA and feature engineering all together on your data. Then after this, we will move to the phase 2. So under the phase 2, your real AI understanding will start. In phase 1, we are completely giving to the basic foundation and data. Once it is foundation is ready, then we will move to the AI. So under the AI, I have mentioned this diagram over here. Under the AI, you have a machine learning, then deep learning. Under the deep learning, you have ANN, CNN, RNN. Now is Gen AI and NLP as well. I have not created something kind of subset of diagram. I have created something how it is interconnected to each other. So as soon as you start your phase 2, first you will understand the machine learning. After completing the machine learning, maybe you will create some of the project on the machine learning. Then you will move to the deep learning. Under the deep learning, maybe you will understand the ANN, that is artificial neural network. What is artificial neural network? I'm not going to tell right now, just the roadmap. Okay. CNN, convolutional neural network. Once you want to work on the image, video data, then we work on the CNN. RNN, recurrent neural network, that is for the sequential data and time series data, guys. So text and time series basically. So for that, we work on the RNN side, and from the RNN we move to the Gen AI. And to understand the Gen AI and RNN, NLP is the very much important. What to back bag of words, what is corpus, what is TF IDF. So these are basically outdated technology, guys, now, but it is important to understand. Without this technology, it is very it will be I would say not hard to understand the Gen AI, but Gen AI, what kind of problem is solving over the NLP, it is important to know NLP basics. Okay, so all the problems on NLP not solved by the Gen AI and RNN. But until unless you don't understand what is NLP and what kind of problem it has and what kind of problem RNN and Gen AI is solving, then it will be complete clueless. So it is very important to understand NLP basics, then move to the RNN and Gen AI. So all the text related work, now Gen AI is work. Under the Gen AI domain, people are creating a very variety of projects, that is chatbot or PDF conversational bots or text to image, image to text. Lot of things people are working on that. So these all are come under the Gen AI. After there is a agentic AI, which I have not mentioned over here, which is related from the Gen AI only. So now let's move to the phase 2 in machine learning. What are things is important to understand? So under the machine learning, you have a supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning, you will understand regression and classification based problems. Before that, you will master all the algorithm is important in the supervised learning. So these are the important algorithm, I would say: linear regression, ridge lasso, elastic net, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, KNN means k nearest neighbor, naive bias, support vector machine, random forest, XGBoost, AdaBoost. So these are the important algorithm which is required for a classical AI, or you can say the machine learning based problem, where you will working on the regression and classification based problems. Okay, now let's move after that. In phase 2, you will understand bias, variance, trade-off, what is overfitting, underfitting, cross validation, evaluation metrics. So these are the under the phase 2 supervised learning, you will after learning this algorithm, these are the important topic will also you are going to master. Okay, then you will understand the unsupervised learning and clustering. So under that, you will understand the algorithm, k-means, hierarchical clustering, DB-scan, and PCA. So these are the important algorithm, I would say, under the unsupervised learning, that is called clustering. Okay, so the concept you will understand over here, that is distance matrix, elbow methods, and solid score. So these are the important concept under the clustering algorithm. Okay, and then you will working on some of the project, that is the notebook based project, Jupyter notebook based project. Okay, so you already have a database knowledge, you have a Python skills, you have a statistics skills, you have a now machine learning. So now you are very much familiar, or you are very much ready to become a junior data scientist or junior machine learning engineer, where you can fetch the data, you can perform the EDA, you can perform the feature engineering, you can train the models and do the prediction. So after machine learning, you will do some kind of a project as well, that will be based upon the regression, classification, or clustering. Okay, and you will perform all the learnings whatever you have done from the phase 1 and phase 2. That will be nothing but fetching the data, doing the EDA, feature engineering, and model training and prediction. So by end of this, you can become a junior data scientist, or you can become a junior machine learning engineer as well. Now, Page 3 I have kept over here, and this is very much I would say this is very much popular nowadays, because I have given also the interview recently in past year, that is 2025, which has recently completed. In that, ML ops was everywhere, guys. ML ops, AI ops, LLM ops are very much popular nowadays. A person who is building a model, they should know how to deploy that also. So over here, you may, if you want, you can skip this part, phase 3, after the machine learning. You may complete this after the deep learning, but it's up to you. If you want to complete this ML ops after the this machine learning, and you can do that. So under this, what are the topics you are going to cover? You are going to cover ML ops pipeline, CI CD, continuous integration, continuous dispatch, then Docker, then cloud, ML flow, Q flow. So these are the important topic. After making ready your models, how to log that model into ML flow, how to productionize that model, how to do the monitoring in the after production. So these are the important concept nowadays industry is looking for. Even a data scientist should know that. So that's why I kept over here. So once you complete this, you are very much familiar, or you are a person who's ready for the full stack ML engineer, who can fetch the data, who can do the EDA, who can do the feature engineering, who can do the model training, and who can do the deployment and monitoring as well. So you are very much a senior ML engineer person now. After that, we are moving to the phase 4, that is the NLP. As I said, that NLP basics are important, that is text processing, tokenization, stemming, lemmatization, bag of words, TF-IDF, what to act, text classification, sentiment analysis. And these are the topics each, I would say, require some basic knowledge required, because these are the problems as solved by the now LLMs, and just a knowledge is required over here. So I would say that it is important to know in within a month, or I would say that you can complete all this. And if you want to create some of the NLP based project, you can do that also over here. That is spam detection, sentiment analysis, resume screening. So all those using the your NLP with machine learning, you can do that. But I would say that first understand your NLP basics over here, then move to the deep learning. Under deep learning, you understand ANN, RCNN. After that, you can perform the projects, or you can do the projects on the text base. That is nothing but your spam detection, sentiment analysis, all those. Okay. So now let's move to the phase 5, guys. In the phase 5, we will understand the deep learning. So under that, you will understand the ANN, CNN, RNN or RCNN, transformer, activation function, forward propagation, backward propagation. So all those concepts will understand over here. So first start with the artificial neural network. So artificial neural network is very, I would say, basic neural network that work with the tabular data. Okay, so it is, I would say, the derivation of your machine learning. Whatever the classification regression problems you are doing in the machine learning, same you can do with the help of ANN as well. So that is called feed fed forward network as well. Okay, so under this, what are the topics you're going to cover? You're going to cover the biological inspiration of neural network. That is very much important, from where the neural network has came in the AI domain. Okay, then perceptron, forward propagation, activation function, as I said, that is ReLU, sigmoid, 10H and softmax. Then loss function, back propagation, gradient descent, optimizers very much important, guys, in the even in the machine learning as well. Then what is overfitting, then how to use the overfitting, you will understand some dropout, regularization, early stopping, batch normalization. So these are the topics in ANN is very much important. Even in the interview, they ask all these questions. So these are the topic should be on your list with the formula. Okay, then after that, you will do some kind of project with the help of TensorFlow and Keras, and PyTorch is optional, but it is nowadays people are working in the PyTorch also. So PyTorch is, I think, developed by the Facebook, if I'm not wrong, and TensorFlow is from the Google side. Okay, and Keras is the wrapper on top of the TensorFlow, guys. Okay, then build some regression and classification problem using the ANN. So whatever the problem you have, or whatever the project you have done in machine learning under the regression and classification, same problem you can do in the deep learning using the ANN. Perfect. So now let's move to the next module in the phase 5, that is the CNN, convolutional neural network. That is nothing but the computer vision. If you want to work on the image data, video data, then you must know the CNN as well. So in the CNN, you will understand the image basics like pixel, channels, convolution. Then you will understand the CNN architecture, what is filter, kernel, pooling, popular CNN model that is LNet, LXNet, VGG16, VGG19, lot of models are there. Then ResNet, EfficientNet, transform learning. What is a transform learning? This is very much important. Even the interview they asked recently to me. Then image classification, object detection using the YOLO, and image augmentation. So these are the topics in CNN is very much important. After that, you will be very much familiar to perform image classification, face mask detection, object detection, and all those using the tool TensorFlow and PyTorch. Perfect. Now, in the phase 5, again, you will understand the RNN and LSTM. That is for the sequential data. That is nothing but text and time series data. So under that, you will understand the RNN architecture. What is the sequential data? What is vanishing gradient problem? What is a long short-term memory? That is LSTM. Then GRU. Then you will understand time series forecasting. Then sequence to sequence model. So these are the topics you will understand under the RNN. So at the end, you will do some project to connect all the dots, whatever you have learned under the RNN, by stock price prediction or sales forecasting or text generation. So, and after that, you will come to the transformer. Now, from there, the modern AI era started. Your LLM, which is the used in the chat GPT, which is used in your Gemini, which is used in your Perplexity, which is used in the cloud. So the architecture of your LLM is based upon the transformer. So it is very much important in the modern AI era. So now is the modern AI era, guys. So under this, you will understand the attention mechanism, self-attention, transformer architecture, encoder, decoder, BERT model. That is also a transformer based model. That is then fine tuning of transformer model. In this, you will perform some text classification using the BERT question answering system, and the tool you will use in this Hugging Face transformer, PyTorch, or TensorFlow. So you understand state-of-art AI architecture used in industry. As I said, this is the transformer in every interview. Recently, I have given 50 interview. In all 50 interview, they ask the transformer, because this is the foundation of your modern AI, your generative AI, your agentic AI. Because without the transformer, LLM cannot get created. Your LLM foundation is under the transformer. So that's why I said that this is the state of art of your modern AI. Perfect. So once you understand this transformer, then you will move to the generative AI, guys. So you already build your complete foundation, I would say that. Or if you want, you can stop over here and now you can work as a AI ML engineer. But nowadays, even a data scientist should know the Gen AI. So Gen AI is the powerful tool, guys. Nowadays, the industry is all around the Gen AI, guys. Without a Gen AI, you cannot get a job. There is a job. I would not say there is no job. And as a data scientist or as an AI ML engineer, you are not going to work in everything at the same time. So you may be working as a typical machine learning engineer, or you will be working as a deep learning engineer. Maybe you're working as a computer vision engineer or Gen AI engineer. To become a data scientist, these are the roadmap you must follow. Now let's move to the your generative AI. In the generative AI, you will understand what is Gen AI, LLM architecture that is based upon your transformer, then token, embedding, prompt engineering. Under the prompt engineering, we have different type of prompt that is called zero shot, one shot, few shot, chain of thoughts, tree of thoughts. So these are the important prompt which is important to learn. Then embedding, tokens, which I think mentioned twice, but an encoder only model. So nowadays, to encode the sequential data, that is text, we are not using the NLP based technology. We use the BERT models or some kind of a models that is important, or LLM you can say. That is the best word to say. What is chunking? Then vector database to store those chunkings and embeddings. What kind of database are used? That is FIRE, ChromaDB, again MongoDB and pinecone. So these are the vector database to understand. Then semantic search, how a semantic search perform over the vector database. Then building a RAG, that is a retrieval augmented generation system. So under the RAG there's a different type of RAG we need to understand. Then model quantization and pruning and distillation technique. So these are the important topic as a, I would say, mid-range of Gen AI engineer must know. Or with this, as a Gen AI, you can work in the industry also. Now, next, we will understand fine tuning of LLM. So under the fine tuning, there are different topics are there, that is called full fine tuning versus parameter efficient models, then LoRa, QLoRa, adaptive method. Then there is a reinforcement learning from the human feedback. These are the technique for the fine tuning of LLM. So these are technique is important whenever you want to fine tune your LLM based upon your data. Okay, then working on API, working on API just simple, I mentioned over here. So whenever, let's say you have a LLM, that is a chat GPT models, or let's say Gemini models, so you want to get the API of that API, you invoke to perform the certain task of your generative AI based solution. Okay, so how to get that API, how to integrate in your system. So these are, I think, this small part, but it is very much important. Without this, you cannot create a generative AI application, guys. Then there is a multi-modal video generation, audio generation, text to audio, image to text, and certain tools, that is LangChain, LangGraph, Llama Index, Hugging Face. These are important. So by end of your generative AI module, that is phase 6, you will be a someone who are ready to work in any technology of AI if you are following from phase 1 to phase 6. If you want to become a generative AI engineer, you can just focus phase 1, that is a foundational phase where you will learn the database, Python and statistics, then move to the NLP based. Then in deep learning you understand the RNN, and before RNN it is important to understand the ANN also. So ANN, RNN, then transformer, and directly to generative AI. Machine learning is not required, I would say, okay, when you are working on a generative AI, but it is good to know. Perfect. But and in Gen AI you will never ever going to create any kind of machine learning based model. Okay, so you can directly jump out from there. Okay, now after this there is a phase 7, that is the extended version of phase 3. So if you want phase 3 after the machine learning, I have mentioned the machine learning is phase 2, right? Let me show you that. Phase 2, phase 2, phase 2, where it is phase 2? This is the phase 2, right? Your phase 2 is a machine learning. After that I have mentioned phase 3, that is a here is phase 3, guys. Yeah, MLOps. So your phase 7 is the extended version of your MLOps. If you want to continue your phase 3 over here as a MLOps, you can continue. Otherwise, you can skip this and directly move to the, after completing a complete AI, or maybe whatever your wish to complete in that. Let me show you. Maybe you want to complete only machine learning and you want to work as a machine learning engineer. That is also perfect. After that, you directly move to the where phase 7, that is MLOps or AI ops. Okay, or if you want to complete the complete AI, that is machine learning, deep learning, and NLP and Gen AI, then you can directly move to the your phase 7, that is the extended version of your MLOps. So if you complete your phase 3 over here after the machine learning, then your phase 7 will be little easy for you. Why? Because if you see your phase 7 over here, I have mentioned same GitHub, right? Fast API and API development, extended knowledge of the ML ops for AI and LLM ops. So this is the extended knowledge of your ML ops, guys. So once you complete your MLOps, I think it will be easy for you. Again, CI/CD, Jenkins, CI/CD under that Jenkins, GitHub Action, Docker, Kubernetes, then some of the clouds like AWS or GCP or Azure. Any one is important. All three are not required at the beginning. Okay. So in this, you may understand S3, EC2 instance, SageMaker, and some in Azure. Maybe you understand the web app. You understand maybe Azure models and Databricks. These are the some of the important services is there in Azure and AWS for the data scientist. Okay, and at the end, what is model drifting, data drift, logging, alert, and retraining and strategy. So these all are under the AI ops or ML ops. So if you want, you can continue phase 3 there, or you stop there and continue on phase 7. So it's up to you. Once you complete all this phase from 1 to 7, you are someone as an AI expert and you can work in any subdomain of AI, guys. It is very much sure that you are not going to work in all the AI domain at the same time. Maybe you're working on some Gen AI project, maybe you're working on some computer vision project, maybe you're working on some of the machine learning project, but at a time, one project you will get. Okay, so with that you can enhance your skill and do that. So if you're targeting like you will be someone who will working on the machine learning side, then first complete machine learning, then MLOps, and look for the job. But again, once you after machine learning you will look for a job, they will ask for the Gen AI. So it's better that machine learning, Gen AI, and MLOps is important. But once you go for the Gen AI, you need to understand the NLP, you need to understand the transformer, recurrent neural network. So it's better to complete all together, make some scalable project end to end, then look for a job. But if within a 6 month, if you're looking for a machine learning, but you can give a try. So this is all about this video, guys. I hope you understand this curriculum. I know this is a bit in detail or vast curriculum, or you can say roadmap, but this is the truth. If you want to become an AI expert or a data scientist, you need to go through all this. I have not mentioned many things. I have not mentioned about the crew AI. I have not mentioned about the agentic AI, because 2026, it's already started only. 2025, from the 2025 is the agentic AI era. So it is the extended version of the Gen AI, I would say. Gen AI is just for the communication and conversation or create some kind of a bot. But you want your AI to do some work for you, there is the AI agent. Okay. So thank you so much. Stay connected and let's learn together and build together. So see you in the next video. If you find this curriculum interesting and can benefit to you or your friend, don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much. See you in the next video, guys.